Hey guys, so I just pinned my hair back so that it wouldn't be in the way when I was applying the makeup. And does this make you think of anything or anyone in particular? All I could think of was, have you ever seen that show on Netflix called The Witcher? Yeah, he wears his hair just like this, and his hair is about this color. That's a wig he's wearing, though. That's not his real hair. That's just a role he's playing. But anyway, I thought I would do a Maybelline one brand tutorial today. I love Maybelline. It's one of my favorite drugstore brands. They don't come out with new products that often, like twice a year. January and June that's about it. And sometimes if you're lucky, you can figure out a way to get the new stuff that's coming out in January and December. So I keep like looking around the internet, sort of scouting it out. They did come out with that new mascara lately. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, they don't come out with new things that often. But I have something from each category with the exception of 4 products. My brow products, I'm not going to be using Maybelline because the Maybelline brow products I have, they just don't match my brows that well color-wise. And my face primer, I don't have a Maybelline face primer at the moment, but I do really like their baby skin one. So if I was going to use one of their face primers, that's what I would use. And then my lash primer, I don't have a Maybelline lash primer. I think they did come out with one quite a while back, but I don't think they make it anymore. So I don't think they even have a lash primer. So I'm just going to skip over those 4 products that I'm using something else, and everything will be listed in the description box as always. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by conditioning my lips with my Maybelline Baby Lips. This is a pink tint, and it's one of those color adjusting ones that just tints your lips to supposedly the perfect pink for you. So it will give my lips some color, but we're going to go in with some products at the end that will probably cover this up, I hope, because the colors aren't really compatible with this. So that's an essential step. Okay, now I'm going to do face primer, so I'm going to do that and be right back because it's not Maybelline. So my face is all red now because I just rubbed it like crazy to rub the primer into my skin. I'm trying to use up certain things in certain categories. I don't want to have so many items from each category. There's certain categories that I don't feel like I need to have a ton of things in that category, so that's why I don't have the Maybelline primer right now, because I'm just trying to use up what I have. Alright, so we're going to go into foundation. And I actually had 3 Maybelline foundation bottles to pick from. This is the one that I think will match me the best right now. This is the Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation with hyaluronic acid. And this is the shade 10 Porcelain Ivory. So I'm going to shake this up real good off camera because it's been sitting around, and be right back. While I was at it, I shook up the concealer too, because if something is like a liquid cream consistency and you're not using it every day, especially if you're not using it every day, you should shake it up good. In theory, you should be shaking it up every day anyway, but sometimes we forget. Okay, so let's go in with this, and it's in a pump. Yay! I wish all Maybelline foundations came in a pump. So this is my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So we're just going to put a little bit on here. I haven't used this in a long time, so I don't really remember like how much product I'm going to need or anything like that. Okay, yeah, this color I chose wisely. Actually, I took all 3 bottles of foundation, and then I did a tiny little swatch like right here with the 3 colors, so I knew this one was going to be the best match. So I'm just putting, I just want to do a little bit at a time instead of trying to blend out a whole bunch. I don't want you to think I'm doing a full pump each time. I'd rather just take a fraction of a pump and then do a small section. Oh yeah, this color match is good. This is not a full coverage foundation. I would say it's probably light to medium. So I'm just going to put a little more right here because that's where I'm seeing red, you know. So we're supposed to get up to 17 inches of snow between Wednesday night and Thursday day. Not looking forward to that. I mean, not that it doesn't really affect me directly, because I'm not the one that's going to have to shovel it. My poor husband. I can't really help him because I have a back problem, I have a shoulder problem. Physically, I have a lot of issues that there's no way, oh my God, if I ever shoveled the snow, I would not be able to move for weeks probably after that. So I'm sure he's dreading that. Yeah, up to 17 inches. That's a lot of snow. And I don't know if it's going to be heavy snow or light snow. I know it's supposed to be windy, so yeah, not looking forward to that. Okay, concealer. I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I have it in 2 shades. So again, I did like a little swatch on my hand to see which one would be the better one to choose, and I chose the shade Brightener. And this kind of blends itself because it's a sponge tip applicator, so as you apply it, it's blending. Wow, that does work pretty good. And I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder with my Morphe brush that has no name or number. So I'm just tapping some in the cover. This is probably my all-time favorite Maybelline product. I love this powder. I don't want to use any other powders now. I have a backup in my drawer of this, and I almost never buy backups of things because I do enjoy trying new things, but I've tried so many powders in the last couple of years and none of them had this consistency. Something about the consistency of this that's just so nice. This is in the shade Fair. Okay, so for contour, we are going to use the Maybelline Master Contour by FaceStudio Face Contouring Kit in the shade 10 Light to Medium. And this is a pretty nice palette. You get a contour, a blush, and a highlighter. So we're going to use the contour, and you know, I'm so used to using that NYX Wonder Stick that I don't have a contour brush in front of me, so I'll be right back. Yeah, I usually use cream bronzer and then just blend it out with my foundation brush, but with a powder contour I wouldn't do that, so this is a Wet n Wild contour brush. I haven't used this in so long. I'm glad that I did this video because it's fun using different things. Okay, so this is, I think powder contour is much harder to apply than cream. So we're just gonna very lightly go like that. This is pretty nice though as powder contours go. See how it's like a very light beigey color? It's pretty easy to work with. Okay, that's good. Now we're not going to use the blush in this palette because you know I love the Maybelline Cheek Heat blushes, and if you're only going to buy one of these to try, absolutely, positively, Nude Burn is the color to get because it goes with everything. No matter what kind of a look you're doing, this is going to look good. And I'm going to use my MAC 130 brush, and I'm going to do it a little different than I showed in that tutorial that I did. I switch up the way I do cream blush. There's 3 different techniques that I use, but today I'm going to use this one. Why can't I get this to come out? Maybe if I set the brush down on the table, I'll have better luck. There we go. Okay. All right, that is the shade. So it's just a perfect shade. So yeah, MAC 130 stippling brush, and I'm gonna spread this out, and then I'm gonna stipple it on. So I'm gonna stipple it first, into the area that I want. Then I'm gonna go back and just blend it a little bit. Isn't that like just a nice natural flush of color? The color is just right. Okay, so that's all you need, and then I can't stand having makeup on my hands. Okay, but otherwise I would use that technique probably more often. All right, and we are going to use the highlighter in here. However, I don't think I can get my favorite highlighter brush in there. You know what? Let's try it. It's a tiny little pan of highlighter and a giant AOA Studio F11 brush, but I'm going to try it. I just love the way that this brush applies highlighter. Okay, so do we see? Yeah, I can see it a little bit over here. So let's just do a little bit more here. Yeah, I can see it. I was just afraid that the brush might get into the blush, you know. All right, so for an eyeshadow base, I'm going to use a Maybelline Color Tattoo. You can do that just like you would use a MAC paint pot, so these are quite similar. And I have 2 of these right now. I have one that is a matte and one that's a shimmer. So I'm going to use the matte one as my eyeshadow base. And this is the shade V.I.P. and it's peach. So I'm hoping that this will blend into my skin because my skin is more pink than it is peach. But I'm hoping that this isn't going to add too much color to my skin so that it will, you know, I don't want it to affect like the color of the eyeshadows that I'm going to use. But this is the only thing I had that would be, you know, like an eyeshadow base by Maybelline that I could use. These have a very nice texture to them. I do like these. The shimmer one that I have, I just picked up recently. I think it was Socialite. I'm not going to use this today, but I figured I would show it to you anyway. That's Socialite. You know, you could probably use that as a face highlighter too because of the color. I don't want to mess up the other highlighter because it's nice and subtle and shimmery, and I think if I used the color tattoo it might be a little bit much. But if you have a deeper skin tone than me, you might want to try that. That would probably make a really nice face highlighter. Alright, what we are going to use for eyeshadows today is the Nudes of New York palette. This is a very nice palette. If you have never used, if you have used Maybelline shadows in the past, and you weren't happy with them, you might be pleasantly surprised if you try this palette because it is quite nice. I'm going to begin with a Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to use the shade Explorer right here. And I'm going to start by putting that in the crease. And it is blending nicely over the color tattoo. Those color tattoos are just the right balance between like the moisture level, because you know how some cream shadows are too dry, some have too much moisture and they crease. The Maybelline color tattoos are really nice. I used to have all of them at one point, but you know, after you've had them for a while, it's a cream product, so you don't get to enjoy it that long, and then the next thing you know, time is up and you have to declutter it. So I got the V.I.P one, repurchased that a couple months ago, and then I got the Socialite one maybe a month ago. But if I just pick up like a single item like that somewhere, I don't usually mention it in a video. Just figured I would say something about that because I don't want you to think those those two are the original ones from way back whenever I did that video about, because I think I did no, I don't think I did. I know I did a video where I swatched all the colors and reviewed the product. But yeah, I wish that Maybelline would switch things up a little more often. I mean, add some new colors to the line of the color tattoos, you know? Remove the ones that don't sell as well and try some new shades. Do you guys remember when they used to do limited edition collections of the color tattoos? Oh, God, there was some gorgeous shades in those limited edition collections. Some of them I will remember forever. Just so pretty. I can remember going around to all the different drugstores, like trying to find them and stuff. But I don't do things like that anymore. I've been staying out of the stores, been doing really good with that. And I just pretty much order everything online now. The only exception would be, like, let's say I had to go get some groceries or something at Walmart, or detergents or paper products or something. If I'm going to be there anyway, I will sometimes just go over and look at the makeup section, but pretty much everything I'm just ordering online now. Okay, wow, that looks really bad, doesn't it? But you just wait till we're done. Sometimes that's just how it is. I don't know why when you first start doing your makeup. Okay, I'm going to use my MAC 239 brush, and we are going to go into the shade Believer. Now, upon first glance, this just looks like a bronze. Nothing special, right? Oh, but you just wait. It's not just a typical bronze. What do you see? It's got some reflex in it. What color are those? Copper? I'm gonna say this is a bronze with copper reflex. Oh, is it pretty? I'm gonna do a swatch for you in a minute and show you, because I know, like, on my eye it's not gonna look quite the same. Okay, so yeah, this is Believer. So it's a golden bronze with copper reflex, and I don't know. Let's see if I can get that to show up depending on what angle I tilt my hand. Yeah, so it's like bronze, gold, and copper all at the same time. Really, really pretty shade. Okay, next I'm going to take my AOA Studio E105 brush, and we're going to go into Originator. This is just a shimmery gold. Do brow bone highlight and inner corner. Okay, I'm going to take my small Zoeva pencil brush, and we're going to go into, let's do Fighter. That's a straight up copper. Okay, all right, I think I'm gonna go in with the brush that I used for my crease shade, the Morphe M506 brush. And I'm gonna do a little bit of Voyager. This is, it's a dark brown, but wow, it's not showing up that dark on camera. So it's 1 or 2 shades darker in real life than it's showing up there. And I'm just going to do a little bit of that in the outside part of my eye, just for a little bit of definition. It doesn't want to stick to that little spot there. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner in Smooth Walnut. They have 2 shades of brown eyeliners now from this line. For the longest time they only had 1, but they added this Smooth Walnut shade about maybe about 7 months ago. Make sure when you use your liner that it's got, you know, somewhat of a point to it, because if you try to use a liner that needs to be sharpened, especially if you're tight lining, oh my god, that could actually be painful, because you don't want the part around the liner to be touching like the skin in your delicate eye area. So yeah, make sure it's sharpened. So first I'm just going to do my waterline. But yeah, they have 2 shades of brown now. They have a cool brown, which is what they had originally, and then they have this warmer one. And that really helps, because if you're doing a warm eye look and then you go in with a cool brown eyeliner, it's gonna look funny. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my brow products and my lash primer off camera, because those aren't Maybelline. Okay, so Maybelline, if you're watching, can you please come out with some taupe brow products? Brown just doesn't cut it for some people. I need taupe colored brow products to blend in. I like their brow products, but color-wise, I have to have taupe. I cannot do brown. Okay, we are going to use the Maybelline, the Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. This is very nice. I don't, like I said, I haven't tried their new mascara yet, but, oh, I think I just smudged it. I hope not. No, I don't think I did. Whew, that was close. Yeah, I don't know how the new mascara is. But I know I like this one. But normally I was using this consistently until I went back to the Essence one. They're both good, they're just different. Okay, so all that leaves is lips. We're going to use the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade 132 Almond Rose. Isn't that a gorgeous color? I like these lip liners. They go on very nice. They are retractable though. So you have to declutter them more often than you would the type of pencil that you sharpen. Okay, so when I line my lips, I'm using the point, and then when I'm filling them in, I'm just like turning the pencil sideways and sort of shading. Okay, now you could stop right here, because that is such a nice color. Or if you have the corresponding lipstick, you could top it with that. But I'm going to use a gloss on top. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. And I have 6 or 7 shades of these. I really like them. This is 005 Petal. And there is the color right there. Isn't that pretty? And they smell like caramel. So that is the finished look. And yeah, if you haven't tried this, it's a very nice palette. If you're into neutrals, I feel like Maybelline is pretty good now about following trends. And when they released this palette, Nudes, neutrals were very in. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do next, because this was the last big palette that they released. So very curious to see, because they're about due to come out with something else soon, I would say in the next month. So I can't wait to see what it's going to be. So that is it, you guys. That is my Maybelline one brand tutorial. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.